You'll need to upgrade though, because I need to bring in my tablet, and it won't let me join because it's saying full, so I can't screen share without you doing that.
Figure it out then. Then I'll just go to Shopify Australia or something. Let's see. All right, cool. Go to the event. Technology does suck, Chrissy. I agree. Well, maybe I just suck with technology. Who knows?
It's a PEBCAC issue. I think it is.
All right, cool. This should work now. Go live.
Right. Did you upgrade it?
No, I'm going live in this and then Shopify Australia. So now we can just have people in there. Looks like it's all right. Looks like we're good. Hey, everyone who is in the Shopify Australia group, could you have a look if you can see us there? Just let me know that it is working, and then we'll just kick things off, I think.
Yeah, I can say.
Beautiful. All right, cool. Yeah, cool.
Lucky pink guitar, this one. There's a lot of guitars in this office that you can't see. So,
all right, yeah, awesome. Thanks, mate, for doing that. I'll let you in now, and then you'll see it straight away in the group. Tom, Parla, there we go.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, mate, you should be let in. I'm going to end this call now and just jump in there, and we can kind of keep going.
Okay.
Right,
what are you doing ending this call?
No, sorry.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Done. So what do you need now, Paul?
Upgrade this so that we can let more people in. Because I can't get my tablet into here.
Green room. Using green room.
If people are in the comments, let me know if you're there so that I know who's here. Sorry about this. Like, it should be a bit quicker than this. So next time will be good. Might have to give you guys something special at the end of this for your patience. Other than our time, which is pretty special.
Paul, I'm just going to remove, just to make my life easier, man, I'm going to remove Richie, and then you can use that space.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, Richie. Sorry, Richie.
No, it says Paul.
Yeah, I get you. Go in now before someone takes the spot.
Okay.
Beautiful. And let's see how we're going with the Facebook stream. Okay, just connect the device. Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work or not. All right, I'm going to get into it while you figure out the rest of it. So just give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
Present. So.
Cool. Just us on stage. All right, guys, so it's just us, Paul, myself on stage now. So if you have questions, make sure we're using the comments section and we'll get to all of them.
Yeah, all right. Share. All right, see, this is going to work now. Share screen. Sharing screen is easy. Share screen. Alrighty, cool. Everyone can see this, hopefully. Let me know if you can see the screen, Chris. Can you sharing the screen?
No, device not connected. It's telling me.
Taylor can see it. Jason, can you see it? Justin, can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah.
You got it. Cool. Okay. Oh my God, that was fun. Jeez. All right, we got there. So cool. Thanks, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you being so patient with this. So the purpose of tonight's live stream is, so obviously welcome to the 40K Formula Workshop. Our goal with this workshop is to help you guys get to 40K a month, and then you get to 400K a month, and then well beyond that, right? So a couple of things. When we do bring you on as a guest in here, we ask a couple of things. You know, it'd be good if you come and you have your camera turned on so that we can actually see you. Usually we do these things on Zoom sometimes, and people sit there with a black screen and like, I have no idea what they look like, and it's really weird talking to a black screen. As we go through this process, we're going to actually ask you a few questions in the comments and on here as well. So feel free to engage in the comments as well. That would be appreciated. Throw questions in as you have them as well. So now the goal of today's workshop, a couple of things. One is to help you convert more visitors on your website into customers. Number two is help you nail paid ads better. So I know some of you are brand new to paid ads. Some of you are already doing ads, right? So we want to help you no matter where you're at in your journey. We want to help you on both of those paths. And lastly, we want to actually make sure that you can grow eComm brands and you can grow them profitably, because as you know, as I say to many people, usually and currently the most important, the person who makes the most amount of money in a lot of eComm brands is the ATO. So we want to help you kind of avoid that happening. Now, you're probably all thinking, is this going to work for me? Now, short answer is yes. What we'll talk about on today's call basically will help you in pretty much any niche. There's pretty much no niche that this probably won't work for. It will work for just about any sizes as well. So these principles work for a business doing 5K a month. They work for a business doing 50K a month. They work for a business doing $1 million a month, right? Now, will it work? So absolutely, the stuff that we teach on today's workshop is stuff that's actually working right now. We're working with hundreds of eComm brands inside of our e-commerce circle at the moment, and outside the community as well. And the stuff that we're sharing here is stuff that is working right now. So it's none of the stuff that was working 2-3 years ago, and it's old stuff that doesn't work and it won't work for you. I'm not interested in sharing that kind of stuff. Now, who is this for? So this is important. It's for people that are passionate about actually selling really good products. That's the number one thing, right? So if you're passionate about what you do, you want to sell really good products that don't end up in the rubbish bin. This is something we're very passionate about, then this is for you. It's also for people that are a bit lost in the weeds, a bit overwhelmed, a bit not sure what they need to be doing next. And I'm sure many people relate to that. And if you do relate to that, please feel free to chuck a comment in the comment section. And lastly, number 3, this is the most important thing. Like, most of us start an e-commerce business. Why? We want freedom, we want more time, and we want to make more money. So if that's you, if you want to make more money, you're definitely in the right spot. If you want to make more money for the ATO and not for yourself, then you're probably in the wrong spot, right? So now, why should you listen to me? So a couple of things. I teach, I don't just teach theory, I teach stuff that is working right now. And I teach from, for doing this for a very long time. Now, I built my previous company called eComm when I was 17. I sold that to an ASX listed company in 2014 and exited the business. Since then, in 2015, I started Insightful, which is a Shopify development agency. 2020 or 2022, I started the eComm Circle with Chris McQueen, my business partner, which is one of Australia's best eComm coaching communities. So all I've done for most of my life is e-commerce. So again, this slide's actually probably not even correct anymore. I've probably been in eComm for about 27 years now. I've had all the issues all of you guys are going to have, orders that you haven't been able to fulfill, got screwed around by agencies, freelancers, employees, have team members steal from you. I've had competitors do all kinds of dodgy stuff. I've had cash flow issues as well. Everyone always has cash flow issues, and unfortunately, it probably never stops. There's always some issue with cash flow. I've sold lots of great products. I've sold lots of rubbish along the journey as well. Made lots of money, lost lots of money, made lots of money again. Now, quickly, again, I've kind of touched on this already, but the principles that I've kind of developed and nurtured and, built over the last 25 years are the same stuff that I use to teach our clients in order to grow their own e-comm businesses. Here's a couple of case studies. I don't know if Chris, who's in this slide, said he was going to be watching in the background. So this is the amazing Chris and Sarah from Toy Box Tales. They last year had their first $1 million year with us. You can read, some of the great stuff that they mentioned in their testimonial here. But Chris and Sarah have now also moved from a small little retail store down in Hampton to a much, much bigger location down in Moorabbin, I think it is, Click Collective Centre. So in terms of how much they've grown now, they not only have they moved to a storage place that's about 6 times larger, they have Google ads people, Facebook ads people, all kinds of people that we put in their business to help them grow their business, right? Next, this is Narelle and Landon. We've done the exact same thing with these guys. These guys actually live in a bus and they travel around Australia. So they run a drop shipping business and they sell products to people in the off-grid space. Again, as you can see for them, they did 1.2 mil last year. They're on track to do more this year, and they're using the exact same systems and processes and stuff that we taught Chris and Sarah. They're doing the same thing, and they're also part of our e-commerce circle community. This bit's important. So I have a bit of an unhidden agenda for doing this. Obviously, I do like to help a lot of people, and that's part of the reason we do this. Now, number one, we're looking for our next client success stories. So despite, I've been doing this for so long, I still do enjoy helping really, really good people build really, really good brands. And what is important to me the most is that I'm a real teach and I'm a do kind of person. I teach what we do, and we actually do what we teach, right? Now, our mission is to help as many people as we can. And, my promise for you for this workshop is that I hope that it's incredibly valuable to all of you. Now, I do have a couple of time constraints, obviously. So at the end of this workshop, I will have an offer for everybody that's attended. Trust me, it'll be worth it. So if you're interested in, some more assistance and you'd like some help with us, once you see what we're going to talk about in this workshop, this is a yes, if you can give me a yes or no answer, but would it be okay if I actually share that with you guys at the end of the workshop? So again, I'll show you all the cool stuff we do, and I'll give you some amazing offer of how we can help you do it. And you can be a yes, it could be a no. I'd be surprised if it's a no, but if it's a yes, chuck a comment in there. I'll jump onto the next one here. So a couple of things. Most e-com brands are typically in 4 different locations, right? Well, probably 5, if I'm being honest. They're in the startup phase, which is 0 to 10K a month. Setup, which is like 10 to 25K a month. Grow up, which is 25K to 50K, 50K to 100K plus. We're actually working with many brands that are well past 100K a month, right? But for the purpose of this workshop, I do try and target it. I've built it for people that want to get the 40K and then they want to get the 400K. So again, we got a couple of brands inside the circle. I spoke to one of them recently. He's now doing he's on track to do 25 mil this year. So doing pretty well, right? Another case study from the amazing Dan and Regan. So Dan and Regan are now pushing like 60K a month or something on average with their sales, absolutely crushing it. They now have the problem that they actually can't make enough product. So Regan is a very well-regarded chef, international chef. She's in Australia now, obviously. They've got an awesome product, but they're like, we just can't cook enough stuff. You guys are helping us sell so many products that now they're, spoke to them last week. They're got to go get a new warehouse facility. They've got to go triple their capacity. So again, a good problem to have for these guys, but they're also part of our e-com circle. This is Kate as well. Some people who are on this may recognize Kate as well. She's been in e-com for a long time now. She runs one of the biggest DIY kind of sewing groups in Australia. We can go get patterns from Kate and you can go do it yourself and so forth. And you can see what Kate's doing in terms of numbers as well. Like absolutely, you're killing it. So that's a few testimonials. Hopefully you guys resonate with some of them. Now, I'm going to try and bring my tablet into here. I don't know if this is going to work. Hopefully it does. We didn't test this, though that was amazing. But basically, the way we grow e-com brands is using what I call the more orders model. Now, the more orders model has 3 main components to it. Now, first component is how your store actually converts. So when we talk about your store and how it converts, we're talking about conversion rate, right? So a lot of you out there, and no offense to the DIY crew, but you build a store and there are a lot of elements that should go into the homepage, the product page, the collection page, the cart drawer on the right-hand side, the cart. And if you leave them out, your site is never going to convert as good as it can, right? So big issue. I'll go further into this as well, as I'm probably going to look at a few of you guys on here and give you live examples as well. Now, the second part of this is how the story component of how you build an eComm brand. Now, it's great that you've built a site and you've done it yourself and so forth, and people come to it and they either convert or they don't. But if you don't have a compelling brand story and a brand communication strategy, as we call it, then people are going to land on the website and they're going to be like, oh, this is not for me. I don't really know what they do. I don't really connect with the brand and I'm just not feeling it. I'm out of it. So if you get those two first things wrong, obviously, site's not converting and it's not saying the right thing, then you're already behind the 8 ball. Then the third part of this is actually what's your strategy. So when we talk about strategy, we talk about financial strategy and we talk about digital strategy. Now, why this is important to actually have a proper strategy, digital strategy and finance strategy, is because the last thing you want to do is be out there trying to run Facebook ads, Google ads, email, go into markets, putting a sign up outside on the bloody highway or whatever you're doing, sending people to a website that's not built to convert because it doesn't have the elements, and sending to a website that's not saying the right things, right? Because if you think about it, let's just assume that you spend $1,000 a month on marketing, right? And let's say your site converts at 1%. And the reason it's only converting at 1% is because of these three things are broken, right? Now, if you fix how your site converts, and if you fix how the story is told on your website, and you fix how you have implemented your digital strategy and your finance strategy, and let's just assume for the sake of this that your site, you now get a 4x return for that same $1,000. Instead of you spend $1,000 and you're getting $1,000 back, you spend $1,000, you got $4,000 back, right? So as you scale, this becomes incredibly important because the last thing you want to be doing is, having a site that doesn't convert, say the wrong thing, and you're getting all these people leaving, right? Is this resonating with people so far? Everybody clear on what I'm kind of talking about here? Anybody not heard of this stuff before, heard about all this before? All right, cool. What I want to do now is can you bring Steve on, Chris? He was here first, I think. So
yeah,
you might jump into this and do this with Steve. I'm going to try, and I don't know whether this is going to work, but we'll give it a crack. So if I can screen share from here, give me a second.
Yeah, it's just telling me the device not connected.
Yeah, I don't think that's not gonna work because I can't. The file I need is on Zoom. Give me a second. How can I do this? All right, I got another way. Present. So share screen. Try this.
So.
All right. This might work. We'll try this. So here's Steve's site. I'm gonna bring it over here. Everyone can see Steve's site.
You just got the yep, we're good now. Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right. So let's talk about from a brand messaging perspective, right? I've landed on Steve's site, the box and dice, explore your tabletop gaming with us. Our best-selling lines. We've got this thing, we got this thing, we got this thing. So to me, the only brand messaging you've really got on here at the moment is this, right? So if I land on there, you need to be way clearer around why you're so unique is the number one thing. How you help me, allude to the kind of products that you actually sell. And then what's most important is kind of how you set your brand apart from all the other 3D printers out there that potentially do exactly the same thing as you and why you're different from them, right? So for example, and I always like to use Chris and Sarah, who I mentioned in the previous slide there. I'll jump over to their website for a second. So, I mean, everybody is well aware that there is millions of toy stores out there in Australia, right? Online. But you land on Chris and Sarah's website, straight away, you're greeted with, unleash your child's imagination at a toy store where every toy tells a tale. You're like, oh, every toy tells a tale. That sounds really good. From educational games to creative play sets You know, we've got everything that you need to spark wonder at every age. You know, like, okay, this is sounding pretty good. This is what I would like for my child. Then I come down in here and I'm like, oh, expert guidance from personalized recommendation from knowledgeable staff. I'm like, that sounds way better than I go to Kmart, right? You know, convenient shopping, you know, experience tailored to your busy needs. I'm like, okay, yes, as a dad, I'm a busy dad. I got a lot going on. Like, these guys can help me out. Fantastic. So we're starting to go through different types of brand messaging, and I haven't even scrolled much on their website, right? You know, handpicked from our hearts to your home. I'm like, okay, that's hitting me in the feels, you know. But versus I go, oh, Kmart, great, $3 rubbish from China, probably made by a 5-year-old, right? So again, it starts growing down here, and you're like, development toys for children of all ages. You're like, great. We believe every child deserves the best start in life. You're like, clearly these guys really give a shit about kids, as they should, right? You know, and you keep reading it, it just gets better and better and better. So you're like, okay, here's their best selling thing, you know, and I know that it's a family founded business, and what a lovely couple. And here's, so for example, all this and all of this stuff, I'll go back up here. It all comes out of a proper brand messaging strategy. And again, the point I'm trying to make is that as you go through that, you're connecting with the story, right? I mean, you got kids, Steve?
Yes, I do have kids.
Yeah, you do. So, I mean, you know, I'm sure you have, you know, very familiar with buying stuff from all over different kind of locations. But as you read through this, you're like, yeah, tick, resonates with me, tick, important to me, tick, important with me, tick, important to me, so forth, right? So if we go back to your site, and I'll come back here again. So, you know, tabletop gaming with us. I mean, it's a good start. So, I mean, I don't know much about tabletop gaming. If I probably should have had a look before and see what you did. But so talk me through this. I mean, like, so I get that it's 3D printing, but when you say explore your tabletop gaming with us, what are you trying to get to? What are you trying to really say?
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is we provide all the things you need for your terrain, your dice towers, all the add-ons that go with the actual gaming itself. It's not, we don't sell the games, we sell the add-ons that go with it.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, give me a bit more info.
But you've pointed out then that the best-selling lines don't even relate to my heading. So
no,
they're puzzle boxes and puzzle tubes and that sort of stuff. So so I've got a fair bit of work to do there. So be brutal.
Yeah. So as an example, right, and I'm just on the side over here. You guys can see me looking there. Yep. I'm just doing some cool stuff. But so let's assume that I landed on the website, and the first paragraph that is said, and you're welcome to steal this, you know, turn tabletop gaming into an unforgettable adventure with our unique 3D printed accessories. You're like, oh, okay. Yep. Tabletop gaming, it's unforgettable with our unique 3D printed thing. You're like, that sounds way better already.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
You know, another example, you know, bring your game world to life with high quality interactive pieces that make every turn exciting. So people are reading that going, I want that, and I want to feel like that, or I want to feel those three things. So now I want to preface this by saying this is a super, super basic level. When we do a brand communication strategy for someone, it takes us like 2 to 3 weeks, and it's like 6 hours of work, right? This is a very, very, very small component. Now, why this is so important to Steve, though, to do this properly is because when he's on Etsy and he's on marketplaces and he's running ads and he's doing all the other stuff he's doing, you want to make sure that you're saying the right message to the right person, how they want to hear it, and you want to be saying it everywhere, right? Because what's going to happen is you become, as people put the big boy pants on and grow a big eComm business, and you onboard a Google Ads person and an email person and other people, they start saying different shit everywhere, right? Yep. And then you go, I don't know why Google Ads crushes it for us, and Meta Ads is shit, and email is okay, and we kill it on Etsy. It's because everyone's saying different things, and the message is different, right? So there's no consistency, right? And they're also saying it to the wrong person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is a very basic, very quick, like why Steve needs to do some work on his, you know, on his brand strategy. Now we'll jump to some conversion rate optimization things quickly. So best selling items, it's fine. You can come through here. I mean, obviously we build Shopify sites all day long, and good on you for having a crack. There's a lot of things I will change personally, but it's a good starting point. Things like outstanding service, that's good. You put that in there. Exclusive pricing, exceptional quality. You know, I would be including stuff like, you know, owned and run by a dude that also enjoys this stuff. That, you know what I mean? People go, oh, right, it's not just crap from China or some randos doing it online. That, you know, like, cool. You know, so you need to get some personalization in there, assuming you want to, you know, at some point. Like, a lot of people don't, you know, some people go, I want to build a faceless eComm brand. Like, that's cool, but there's still things missing, right? We go down here, obviously it's quite a new business. You're missing basic things, again, from a conversion rate point of view. On your homepage, you don't have like reviews, you don't have social proof, you know, so I would assume, let's assume you sold 20 things. You need to go get 20 reviews from those people. Like, hey, Chris Fawada, yeah, I bought the Dragon. It was great. Steve was great. Service was great. Product's awesome. Loved it. Okay, coming back for more. Review. Like, that's on your homepage, right? Justin's made a comment in the chat there about, so this is not a Crow issue. This is what we call an SEO issue. So I'll give you a free kick. This thing here is currently a H2 tag. H2 tag means heading to tag. Now, every website should have a H1 tag and a H2 tag. H1 is the most important tag. It's bigger and it's more powerful from a search engine optimization perspective, right? So when you get a chance, go in here and change that from a H2 to a H1. And then you also need to put the phrase in, like I said, about, you know, hang on, I'll chuck it in the comments. 3D printed accessories or something. The reason being is because you want Google to find your website and go, oh, I know what they do, right? Because if I look here, 3D printed, nowhere on your website, I'm going to move this other way, it's not doing anything anyway. Nowhere on that front page to say anything about 3D printing.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I never realised that.
So, somewhat important to fix. All right, we're going to go to another page. We're going to look at collection page now. A pretty busy collection page. Let's just go to a product page instead. What's your most popular product so I can click it?
Probably if you go to the puzzles and gifts.
Where's that?
Bottom right.
This one. Yep, got it. All right.
And then any of those ultimate, so the ultimate annoying gift card holder box, which is the middle top row.
Got it. Something's broken. Can't click the image. All right, cool. Let's have a look at this. Chris, you can earn your keep here. What's a couple of things that Steve's doing wrong here that's blatantly obvious to you? If anyone else can see something that Steve's probably doing that's really, really wrong here, chuck it in the comments. We see, because we've got a few people who watch this. I want to see what other people think.
See, if I was being if I was kind of auditing this one, and Steve, you said you like to be harsh, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Dig the boots in if you need to.
So it's all good. What I usually like to say is, like, when we're on a product page or any page, anything that we land on straight away, like that first experience without having to scroll, should basically have just about everything I need for me to make a purchasing decision. So if I look here, the photos themselves don't do a lot for me. Like, there's usually what we like to do is to have photos either in use, or if you can represent them in some other way that gives people another angle to look at them. They scroll quite nicely, though. That's fine. So I don't have to scroll down to see more photos. You've done that fine. If we go to the heading itself, the ultimate annoying, I would say I don't know what this product is, and if you want it to rank easily on Google, you've got to include the keywords that people are going to search to actually find that. So, for example, if it was a lunchbox, you wouldn't give it the brand name only. You'd also say lunchbox, because now people can actually find that, and if they Google search it. But also, is this description is gigantic. So, anyway, I was going to go to the description next. Go ahead, Paul.
I'm going to cut you off. Where's your add to cart button, Steve?
That's the next thing.
All the way down the bottom.
All the way down the bottom. So there's a thing called below the fold and above the fold. So as soon as you land on a website, you want to see the name. You want to see what we call meta field benefits. So It's like it
Yep.
does these three things, and these three things is why you want it. Then you want to have a short description, introducing the most entertaining and challenging gift you can give. Doesn't say
Yep.
anything. The ultimate annoying card holder box featuring 130 screws in a delightful shade of pink still doesn't tell me anything. I still don't know what it is at this point. But
Yep.
assuming I did, I can't even order it. I'm like, how do I order it? So I've got to click this, I assume, and then does a buy button appear somewhere? Or if that's now in my cart, that's
actually you're right there. You have to click the number.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an issue. I mean, you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, you go here, go to the product page, and you land on the product page, and you're like, oh, cool. It's like, people are looking at it. Here's the name. Here's the social proof. Social proof is reviews, right? Here's a short description. It's in stock. It's ready to ship. It's a balance bike. It comes in different colors. There's the price. I can pick it up in Moorabbin. It's pretty. I can't skip past the add the cart button. I can add it to my wish list. I can see all the photos. I know how much shipping is. I know what their returns policy is. If I've got questions, I'll go over here and be like, hey, Chris, how you doing? I've got a question, right? So, but it's straight away in your face, right? So,
that's fantastic feedback.
So, when we do this, I just want to be clear about what conversion rate optimization is for everybody watching. There's about 80 things that should be on Steve's product page. He's probably got about 10 of them at the moment, right? In terms of where they should be and how they should be placed. Because if he doesn't have them, this page will never convert as good as it can be. It's the same for a collection page, right? So there's a lot of Shopify companies out there who will build you a Shopify website, or there's a lot of DIYs, and you do it yourself. If you don't have, and most Shopify agencies don't know shit about conversion rate optimization, if I'm being honest with you, because they don't even know what to put in there. But if you don't have them, the issue is what happens is people go to your homepage, and there's another like 80, 90 things that should be on our homepage, and people go, cool, I'm seeing what I should be seeing so far. I'm going to stay on the website. Now I'm going to navigate to a collection page, right? So, I might go back to the Toy Box Tale website, but I'm on the collection page. Oh, yeah, I can find what I want. I can see what I need to do next. Then you go to the product page. If you don't have all of those things, then people are dropping off as they go through those different sections of your website. That's just from a conversion point of view. Then from a brand messaging point of view, if you don't have the right messaging on your product pages, on your collection pages, on your home pages, and then in your ads, right? Again, people are dropping off. So like I use the analogy a lot. Like when you go out, we'll slow down a bit, but most of us at some point probably went out and tried to do some dating, right? You're going out trying to find nice wife, nice partner, nice whatever, You wouldn't go out wearing your Ugg boots and your tracksuit pants, right? That's basically how your conversion rate, relate that to conversion rate. And you wouldn't rock out there drunk, which is your brand messaging, right? You want to be able to go out there and look good, sound good, because you're going to attract a much better partner, right? Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there rocking around in their Shopify websites in their Ugg boots and half sober, right? And they're always going, I don't know why my business is not going very well. I go, because of this, you haven't done that, and you haven't done that, and you're trying to build a digital marketing strategy to push traffic to this thing, and you go, that's why it's not working, right?
Yep.
Making sense so far for everybody? Hopefully there's a few people on, and people aren't, half sober at this point or whatever. So we might do this for someone else in a second. Has this been helpful so far, Steph?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. As I said to you, I basically set the website up to push to my marketplaces, but now I want to do something with the website. So this is fantastic feedback. It is great.
Yeah, amazing. Get us to fix it for you, and you'll save years of your life. There's a short answer when you're ready. So stay on it to the end if you want, and Chris will have a chat with you about how we can help you. So I like what you're doing. You sell cool products. You may as well do it better, faster, right? So
no, that sounds great.
Awesome. Who's up next, Chris? We'll do this for someone else as well.
Yeah, guys, again, share your websites. I'll go look for a couple as well. But if you want us to have a look through your website, like how we just did with Steve's, then by all means, go ahead and share them. I did see another cool one.
Wasn't there angelfish and dragonfly.com.au?
There's a few. Mason Main looks pretty nice. Mason Main by Taylor.
Give me one that's not a kids brand, given that we've just spent 10 minutes looking at a kids
Yeah,
brand.
yeah, I know. That's yeah. Check out Mason Main. I thought it looked had an interesting look to it. And this was Taylor.
Yeah, cool. Okay, this is looking.
Hey Taylor, are you okay if we bring you on stage? Just give me a yes, and I'll pop you on. Yeah, awesome. Hey Taylor.
Hi.
Alrighty. Do you want to give us a bit of a background to the business? How long you've been operating for, and what it's all about?
So I bought this. So it's originally been a store in my small town in Berry for about 10 years. I bought it off the owner, who's always owned it, a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It was never online. She didn't even have like a point of sale system. Everything just had stickers on it with a price.
Wow. Okay.
So in the year, I've managed to get everything onto a point of sale system, and then my biggest goal was to get online. So yeah, that's basically. I'm not gonna lie, I've had help. I've had a baby this year as well, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I had help with someone to help me do it. Like I rebranded and I did the website all basically at the same time.
Yeah, well, awesome. It's looking really nice. I like what you've done so far.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea about Shopify. I'm learning everything from the very beginning, I guess. Like I said, someone helped me with the website, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, just listening to all of this, I'm like, okay, well, we're kind of ticking that box. That's good. But
yeah, I'm just gonna look at a couple of things on another screen. Give me a second. So how old is the business?
So Joe owned the store for 10 years. It hasn't always been in that location. It was in a different location in Berry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think she had it for about 10 years before she sold.
Yeah, and how long has it been online for?
Like a week, not even.
Yeah,
a week.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was looking at another tool where it's like, well, when did this go live? Not long ago. So
no, not long ago, and that's like I'm learning, I guess, the online world. It's just something totally new to me. I have no idea about it.
Yeah, got it. So are you holding all this stuff? I'm going to ask different questions just so I can get a bit of a feel for it. Are you holding stock of all these products, or is it dropship, or what kind of business is it?
No, so I have a shop front, so like bricks and mortar.
Okay.
And this is all the stuff that's in my shop.
Got it. Okay. It's like one of one, or one of you're going to restock the items and so forth, or what does that look like?
Sometimes I definitely try and be unique in what I have to offer. So if something sells really well and there's lots of, like, I guess, want for it, I'll restock it. But yeah, it just depends on what it is. Some of the homewares, it's more of like a once-off thing, and then I'll change it up and get something different. I feel like if you have the same thing constantly, what's the point of coming back?
Well, because people are going to send their friends and family and other people back to buy the same thing, right? That's how you scale and grow a business, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I was like, what's the model in this? Because talk to me about this then. So like, what kind of goals have you got for this brand? You go, I want to get it to $5,000 a month, 50K a month, $100,000 a month, in addition to what the store's doing. What does that look like?
Honestly, I just want to start being able to, I took over the business a year ago, and it was probably the worst time to buy a business. There's been a lot of investing into it, so I can't say I've made any. Like, I'm making money, but I haven't been able to draw a wage or anything from it. It's just money there to pay the bills, and even at times like that, I'm lucky I have savings to draw from, basically.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I'd like to see some kind of outcome.
Okay. You have an interesting model then. You sell, like, I mean, this is not cheap stuff. Like, it's, you know, it's I'll say well priced, not expensive. So we'll start with the conversion rate optimization perspective, and kind of maybe we'll backtrack from there. So, I mean, looking at a product page, it's got the name, doesn't have social proof. You don't need this. You need information. There's pickups available, standard shipping, doesn't tell me, I mean, depending on where you're shipping to, like these are going to cause you issues. If I'm in Melbourne versus I'm in next door to you, you need clearer information around the shipping details. You also need to use what I call meta fields in here. So there's usually 2 or 3 things people are going to think about when they're going to come and buy that thing, right? So you need to counter their objections in their head and have that as a sentence here. So example, when I mentioned toy box tails, they go, hey, this is the kinder feet bike, and then what's the parent going to think about instantly? They're going to go, is it right for my kid? So you counter that objection with like, perfect for 2 to 4 year olds. You go, okay, cool. And then you go, what's next? Is it strong and is it sturdy? You go, yeah, it is. It's made by, high quality wood and it's backed by a 2-year warranty. You go, okay, great. What else is it? Can I, will he outgrow it? You go, yeah, it's resizable. So for all of your products, you need to think about like 2 or 3 things that people are going to think about and not buy from you on the product page. So we'll look at a couple of different products. I want to try and find a product that might have volume or something. So like what's your best selling product at the moment on the site?
Honestly, furniture is a standstill. It's more of the like fashion accessories and stuff at the moment. That's what's keeping the ball rolling.
Which guide me through like which one specifically?
Pretty much any of the clothes do really well. The women's apparel, perfume, the jewelry. Yeah.
All right, so I come here, I read this. Trying to think about something that I would say on there.
So what you were saying before, is that not what you like? If you clicked on the product details, is that not listed in there?
Yeah, but it's in the wrong spot. It needs to be up here immediately. So example, you go here and actually I'll just stay here for now. But you need the 3 or 4 things that matter to people in here, right? So people are going to go, oh, that's one example, like, alpaca wool blend. People go, oh, no, but it's made out of. You're like, okay, it is. The rest of the stuff is not really that exciting, right? You could take some of these things out here, super comfortable for day-to-day wearing or something, potentially. Probably, yeah, there's not a lot that I would really take in here. Let's find a different kind of product. Fashion can be a bit of a funny one to do. Jewelry. So, for example, I'm looking to say, like, is this handmade? Is this a limited piece? Is this something special? For, like, is it related to, I mean, what the shape means X, Y, Z kind of thing, right? All I'm trying to get, though, is like 2 or 3 things. People go, yeah, cool. That's another reason for me to want the product. Other things that are missing from this page and that are causing you issues, you got sold out. Like, you should change that so I can notify me when it's back in stock. Because a lot of people will come to that page and they go, oh, like I wanted that. Now I'm leaving because I can't get notified that it's not back in stock. The shipping information stuff definitely needs some work, I think. I would also have down in here, you could have like you could bundle this with like, hey, people who buy this also buy these other 3 things. So would you like to buy them as well? That's really important. That I think is definitely missing in here. Let's go back to like a product page, for example. We'll go to the bags. It's good that you've got all the filtering and stuff. That's fine. You don't have any brand messaging on any of these pages so far. So for example, you could go, hey, we lovingly source the greatest bags from local independent manufacturers for whatever that sentence is going to be. But you got to have something in here, that's really talking about why you have chosen these types of bags for people, right? So example, you go here and you go to their website and I'll just pick any product. I'll load them up. Go into, I don't know, like Kinder Feet bikes or something. go in here and you're like, yeah, Kinefeet bikes, and you go, oh, we've got to, you know, we proudly offer you know, we offer wooden trikes and and you're, oh, cool. There's a bit of a story here, right? A, there's a story here, and B, this is built to actually rank higher in Google. So 2 things that are really important that you need to do that you kind of, I mean, it's a brand new business, so there's a reason you're not doing it. But if you go through most of like their section, you'll say, you know, you go in here and you go, oh, all these words, you know, you go to another section like bath toys, you know, they all have like descriptions and stuff in there. So that's all this stuff comes out of your brand messaging strategy as well, right? Do you know how to do that on your site?
No, I'm very new to learning how to do everything. So
okay. All you need to do is go into your collections, and then in the description field, there's a big massive box. Put it in there, basically.
Okay.
So, I want to go back to the homepage for a second because I don't think I've nailed this really. I mean, you're doing some brand messaging, you know, but I feel like it's very ChatGPT. And the thing that gives it away for me that it's ChatGPT is you're using words like elevating and curated, and these are such ChatGPT words, and humans pick up on this stuff, right? It's not authentic. So we offer curated collection, distinct, one-of-a-kind pieces that sell very, you know, I mean, that's better, but I still think it could be stronger. Trying to think of a better example for you. So, I mean, and also, are we in the gift space or are we in the like buy it for yourself kind of space? Because you got to think about ultimately, like, why are people buying from you? You know, so everyday living with a unique touch of luxury. So if I sit with this for a second, I mean, are they buying from you because they actually do want luxury? Is that when they walk into your store? Is that what they're thinking about?
I would hope so.
You'd hope so. What other things would they be thinking about though when they walk into your store? Are they thinking about like, I'm trying to create a certain type of style and a certain type of level of comfort in my house or something?
Yeah, but I guess for everyone, it's their sense of luxury for their own home that they're trying to create. Everyone wants to feel nice in their own house.
Yeah, okay. I feel like there's just something missing from it. I'm not sure what it is at the moment. Again, hence this is why when we do this, it probably takes us weeks to nail it, because you want to get a message that's congruent with the bulk majority of your audience and really get clear about what it is they're thinking, right? So
I feel like it's hard for this because this website is so new, but the shop itself is so old. And I feel like they're trying to take like what the shop's known for and what you feel when you are in the shop. We're trying to bring that to be online. If that makes so like I feel like maybe if you stood in the shop and saw and felt like what it was like there, then it may make a bit more sense with what I'm trying to get across online.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what I tried to do, like with the person who helped me. She knows the shop and she knows, you know, starting the business.
Yeah. I'm just watching the dude doing laps in the background.
Yeah.
This is the new baby.
Yeah.
Good job, Ben.
Anyway.
Does he know he's live on the internet to about 60 people?
Yeah. Now.
There we go. So, I mean, in the shop, for example, everything seems to me to be like a one-of-a-kind piece as well. So I'm wondering if we talk about that, you know. So, for example, you go, I did have something here. What did I come up with there? 1 second. You know, you can still talk about the luxury and you can still talk about artisan stuff and crafted gifts, but, add a touch of elegance to your home with one-of-a-kind pieces that tell a story. I wonder if it needs to be more like that, you know, because that's why I imagine when you go to buy products, you're buying products because you like the story associated with the products and that's what other people want, right? I mean, hence some of this stuff's pretty pricey. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll park this there for now because, again, this is why this takes so long to do, because you've got to sit with it and go back and forth and From a Crow perspective, we'll have a quick look. was easier to do with Steve's site because his is brand new. You have big issues though as well. Like I spoke about the H1 and stuff. You don't have one at all on your homepage, so you definitely need to get that in there. You do have a H2. You've got new arrivals. Again, you also don't have any social proof anywhere on the homepage. So as soon as you can, get feedback and reviews and stuff from people, whether they are testimonials for product specific things, or if you get testimonials for the store, you can do that as well. So that's super easy. Use Google reviews and so forth. Go, hey, we need a review for the store. That's a super easy thing that you can do. There's probably more things as well, but we won't cover any more. I think we've got enough on that. I hope this has been helpful so far.
Yeah, no, it has. Considering I don't know anything. And I left it up to someone else to do. Like, it's been interesting to see what feedback you have had. Yeah. No, good. You're doing well. I mean, considering you just bought the business and so forth, so it's good. Thanks. All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Taylor.
Give me a second.
Thank you very much.
I'll just bring up my slide again. So probably should have tested this earlier, Chris, because it's super hard to try and rotate between these things.
Which slide are you using, mate? Oh, the screen share. Yeah.
So what I wanted to do next. Can you bring Steve back on if he's still here?
Yeah.
Or someone, because I want to map out like the journey for Steve, but I just don't know how I'm going to be able to do this with I can't draw. So, but we'll try. Resistant.
Hey Steve, are you good if we bring you back on stage?
Nah, Steve's
he might have gone on a break for a bit.
Gone to the pub. All right, he's back. Hang on, bring him on.
Oh, he's back. All right, let's go. There we go.
Is there any? There's no way. I did ask you guys about this. There's no way to draw on this slide, is there? No.
What you got there?
Got nothing.
What's that?
Alrighty. Cool. Well, let's just visualize stuff and we'll see how this goes. So now, what we need to do for Steve's business is map out what he needs to do over the next 360 days. You brought the wrong Steve, did you?
Sorry, I had the wrong Steve. There we go.
There's the other Steve. Bring on all the Steves. Why not? So, there we go. Cool. Everyone can see this slide, the fast path plan to 40K. This is probably perfect for Steve, right? If you can see this. Now, I break this down into a few different areas: fix, build, grow, transform, and then times. So normally I could draw on this slide, but this didn't work, and we're not going to do it this way again because it's stupid. But so, as I mentioned before, things that Steve needs to work on right now, he needs to fix how his site converts, right? So in this area, everyone can see what I'm drawing. Let's assume that I'm drawing in that box and like, Steve needs to fix how his site converts over the next 90 days, right? Number one thing. In the same 90 days, he also needs to fix how his site, the message, the brand message that Steve does as well, right? So in this section, actually, I'm going to change this because this is, how can I bring up a slide? I can't. Anyway, all right. So got to fix those two things first and foremost, because the last thing you want to do is start sending traffic to a site that doesn't convert. So easy, clear, get that done. Then you're already doing stuff like Etsy and you're already on marketplaces and you're already doing stuff like that. I would figure out what products you've got that are most profitable for you. And then I would start with something as simple as meta ads, right? So you start building out a meta ads campaign here. Super easy. We do this stuff all day long inside of the eComm circle. You go to the coaching course and you go, cool, I'm going to spend $10 a day, $20 a day, whatever, on meta ads. And I'm going to run ads and I'm going to push them to these specific collections and this specific product. And I'm just going to do that until I crack the code and get people buying my stuff, right? So now for everybody who doesn't buy stuff immediately on the first purchase, what we need to do as well in this same time period is build out how you collect email addresses from all the people who come to your website and don't actually buy. So what's going to happen there is they're going to go through your cart and then they're going to go, I'm not ready to buy right now. And we grab their email address. And then as they leave, what we do is we send them a abandoned cart flow email. So there's a system, and I know I'm talking super quick. We talk much slower in the circle, but there's a system called Klaviyo. Klaviyo enables you to A, grab the details, B, send them emails weekly, daily, whatever you want to do forever until they unsubscribe, right? So for a business like Steve, these are the 4 most important things. Fix the how site converts, fix the message that it says, get meta ads working, set up your email flows, and then for you, like that's a really solid next 180 days, right?
Yep.
There is other stuff that you can be building in the background, obviously. So you've got an Instagram page, for example, you know, posting videos of you literally building this, printing the stuff that you're doing. People love what I call completion videos. So I'm gonna stop this. I don't know if I can figure out another way to draw on it, but people, what I call completion videos, right? So they go, hey, Steve, here, I'm going to show you the entire process. So you go, here's how I start. Here's what happens at the end. Film time lapse, post all that stuff straight onto your socials, right? Really, really easy to do this kind of stuff. And for you, honestly, I think that's literally your first next 180, but next 90 days, next 180 days, right?
Yep.
And you don't move past those pieces. Yeah, don't move past them until you've nailed those pieces, right?
Yep. Okay.
Now,
hey, Paul, do you just have Microsoft Paint? You can just like copy this, put on Paint, and then use a brush and Paint. Screen share that.
Hang on, maybe like Photoshop or something.
No, just Paint.
Like
whatever, there's the native thing on your computer.
Hang on, Photoshop.
There should be a draw tool on
hopefully
that.
this works.
Then just snip it, paste it.
All right, this might work. Hang on. Everyone's, as you can see, I'm a much better person at building eComm brands than I am at presenting. So, all right, cool. So we've got that again. I'm gonna just quickly draw it, just for Steve. So get ready to take a screenshot, just so you've got this for later. How do you make a thicker pen like this? All right, done. So, no, a bit less. How many people we still got watching this, by the way? Because I'm happy to do this for more people. Yeah, cool. Okay. Cool. Don't draw with a white pencil. So, here you go. Good. Got it. Fix your brand strategy.
We still see Canva.
Okay. Hang on. Present. Stop. All right, got it.
Bang.
You can see this now. Okay, good. So here's what Steve's got to fix. Fix his brand strategy. And again, like I said before, at the end of this, we're going to show you a fast way to do this and a slow way to do this. Next, next conversion rate. So CRO. Fix those 2 things your first 90 days. Next, get meta ads going, right? So when I say, fix it, I mean build it, start getting it going. Yeah. Find products that are going to get some winners, get that moving. So this is the exact stuff that Taylor needs to do as well, right? Then build out all your email flows so that people who are coming to your website and they're not ready to buy, you are emailing them until they die or until they buy.
Yep.
Basically, right?
Yep.
Other things that are a nice addition to that are, like I said, doing stuff like, and you can do this immediately. So start filming everything you print, right? Put it on your socials.
I'll do that.
Put it on your TikTok. Do you do that already?
I film. I don't put it anywhere, but I film everything. So I've got a lot of videos there, so I can start posting pretty much immediately with multiple a day or however often it works out to be.
Yeah, exactly. So I call always completion videos. Film it start to finish, jump on camera, build it. So what you're trying to build is you're building a business brand because people go, oh, that's the business that does the thing. And then you building a personal brand at the same time. You talking about it because people will go, oh, I like the brand. And they go, I like the guy. You're probably familiar with a lot of the guys out there in the space that have big personal brands and business brands, like some of the like really polished people and some of the real broken people. But, they build personal brands and business brands. So this is what's going to happen as you do this. I think, honestly, like for you, for the next 180 days, that's it. Nail those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Yep. Happy days. You'll be flying.
Excellent. All right. Well, that'll be my focus for the next 90 days. Next 180 days.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it faster. If you can do it quicker, do it quicker.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's good. Yep.
And this is the same stuff Taylor needs to fix. You know, she's got to make this better. She has to fix this better. She's got to get meta ads working. Make sure her email's working. Do this stuff. Do store walkthroughs in the store. Hey, new stuff's arrived in. Da da da. Happy days. So, normally I would map this out further if there's like if I had bought a bigger brand on, but I'm mindful that's not a bigger brand here. The difference is for someone that's like I want to do 400K a month, right? It's the speed at which you do these things. So, for example, someone who joins our Inner Circle program and they go, you know, I want to be doing 100K, 180K in like a couple of days. Well, we're like, okay, we're doing all this stuff. We're doing it here, like really quickly, you know?
Yeah.
So much faster and so forth, right? Everybody, is this relating? Everyone's going to understand what I'm doing here? Makes sense? All right, I'm going to turn it off for now. That's good. Going to go back to a different slide. So give me a second. Just present again. So, alrighty. And Chris and I can share a copy of this as well for you guys later so that you actually, you know, you can start mapping out some of this yourself. I'll jump onto the next slide. So, couple of quick testimonials from these guys in here. So I mentioned Sam before from Bayside Golf. When I met him, this is all we've done for him, right? I think he was doing about 70K a month when I met him. I'm like, dude, we need to fix your brand strategy. We need to fix your conversion rate strategy. We need to give you a digital strategy and a finance strategy, and we need to start running some ads. Sam is now doing like over 300 grand a month, right? So completely transform his business. So a couple of questions then, you know, has this been helpful for everybody who's watched this so far? And can you, more importantly, can you see how this stuff is actually relevant and it's going to help your businesses as well? Give us a yes if you can, you know, in the comments. That'd be good. Julia, thank you. That's so weird. Paul Warren says yes. I didn't type that. So there we go. Yes,
awesome.
Rico.
Paul V2.
Paul V2. That's it. There we go. Alrighty, cool. So now we're coming to the pointy end of this. You've got two choices. As you can see, Paul Orange here is looking quite disappointed and frustrated and annoyed versus Green Paul. Now, so first choice. Keep trying to figure it out all on your own. Struggle. Get terrible advice from all the YouTube gurus, from people who have, you know, never done this stuff before or have built some shitty dropshipping business and fluked it. That's option one. You know, obviously stay in the Shopify Australia group where we give little bits of this information away for free. Or option two is you can follow the process that we teach inside of our circle. And by doing so, you're going to shave off months or years or decades of your life by actually using the actual same systems and processes and stuff that we use for brands all day long, right? So can you stop typing, Chris? It's not because it's chicken scratching. I can hear. So again, I already said this. So now here's where we come into the fun end of this amazing presentations tonight, full of no technical issues whatsoever. So now I'd like to invite everybody that's on the call, if you'd like us to get on and literally map out what your next 90, 180, 360 days looks like. All you need to do is click the link that Chris has posted in the chat down there below, and we'll do this right now. I want to preface this by saying that this is not a sales call. This is a call we're going to get on and go, this is what I think you should do to grow your business, right? Obviously, at the end of the call, we're like, most people are going to turn around and be like, okay, well, you know, how can you help me? And obviously, then it will turn into a sales call. But for the purpose of this, I just want to get on there and show you exactly what you should do and give you guys a bit more time, especially, you know, you've been on here one-to-one. A lot, Christy, sorry, so lots. Just bring a good credit card. No. Just anyway. So jump on, and then we'll show you, right? It is a good question though. But look, I'll just share this anyway. We have a few different options. You know, we have a go fast option and we have a go slower option. So I'm very selective about who I actually work with anyway when it comes to helping people do this stuff. But the first thing is I actually want to get on there and go, what sort of business do you have? You know, do I resonate with what you do? Do I think I can help you? And then if I think it's going to be a good fit, I'll go and go, yeah, hey, this is how it's going to work. And we can go from there, right? So So very happy to answer all those questions on a chat, and you can have a chat with Chris in the meantime. But kind of hope that makes sense. Anybody have any questions about this so far? And I'll ask, Chris has already shared the link. Hopefully a few of you have booked a time. You can also, Chris, chuck an email in there as well so they can email you directly. That would also be good too. Does anybody have any other questions about anything so far? I'm very happy to sit here and answer them as long as I can.
I think probably just jam for a little bit since we have.
Yeah, I'll turn off screen share again. Then we're going to click leave studio. Bring on some more people. Is anyone else? I reckon I've got another.
I'm keen to get Paul Warren on, to be honest. I want to see.
All right, get Paul Warren on then.
Two Paul Warrens for the same.
Yeah, he's been in the group for ages. When he joined, someone said, "Is this a scammer?" I don't think he'd be that obvious, because it's Paul Warren.
Definitely not a scammer.
How are you, mate?
Okay. How are you?
Good, buddy. What's your business?
We're very early stages. We are. We just started a store with my business partner, just selling girls' clothes. It's a precursor to an AI app that I'm developing that renders clothes onto an AI version of yourself.
All right. Is there a site up and running at the moment?
It is up and running, but I wouldn't look at it if I was you. It's very juvenile.
Oh. Okay. Right then.
Life.
Do you have any questions?
So yeah, I'm getting app development done on the side. The idea behind this site, I suppose, is to build a bit of a following, tell people exactly what our journey is going to be, and ideally make a little bit of revenue on the side as well.
So you more than anybody right now need to have a very good brand communication strategy, because you could be building a massive list about what it is you're going to do, right? So you've got social media accounts where you could be like, hey, this is actually what we're building in the background. Tell the story about the brand. Go, hey, when we're ready to launch, just give us your email address and we'll let you know when we go live, right? Because it's
so a big part of the Shopify store was to try and build that following and get all of that detail up front, so that when we do go live, we've got a list of email addresses that we can let people know. This is the way forward, and you can use this new service.
Yeah, wow, interesting. Yeah. All right.
So it's kind of like a marketplace, I suppose, for clothes. We don't want to. Originally, the idea was around getting multiple brands on board, not just a single brand, clothing brand-wise. So the long-term vision is that you can connect any Shopify clothing brand and have a AI representation of yourself and see the clothes from the store on yourself.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
I'm still working on my delivery for how I explain that.
you know how you fix that? With your brand communication.
Talk to the other Paul Warren.
Yeah. So let me explain a couple of things here, right? So Paul Warren, the other Paul Warren here, he has two ways that he can do this. Well, he technically has three. So one is, we get on a call and he joins our eComm circle and we do it with him. Option one. Option two is, and then we do all the other things that Paul was going to need, right? So for people who want to move fast and they want to get things happening quickly, that's the quickest way. Other people that go, I want to move slow, right? You can also join the circle and we do coaching calls and stuff every single day on different topics, very high level topics. And Paul goes to the call, learns about the topic, and then goes away and does the thing, comes back next week and go, I did this, what do you think? Right? So two ways that we can help him. One's more expensive and one's cheaper. Again, we'll talk to people about that on the call. The other option, we have like little courses and stuff that Paul could buy and is do it DIY, right? DIY takes most people ages to do the brand communication strategy, ages to do the conversion rate optimization course, but this is kind of how we help people. People typically have, because our audience is very split. They're like, people go, I don't have much money, I'll do it on myself, or I have more money and I want to move fast. There seems to be no middle ground, right? So that's kind of how we work, again, with people. So just wanted to kind of put that out there so people are kind of clear on how we do things. What's also important is that people join our eComm circle is you're hanging around other brands that are on the same journey as you. So they're all on the journey of either fixing their brand strategy or they've well and truly fixed it, fixing how their site converts, or they've well and truly fixed it, fixing how they've done a digital strategy, or they've well and truly fixed it, fixing their finances, or it's done, doing meta ads, or it's finished, Google ads, or it's finished, right? Which is why we have this is why we do the things that we do. So other people like Paul that are new to this, for sort of new to this, can be around all those other people and go, cool, I can see what they're doing, right? And I know what they're doing works because I see the stuff they're sharing. So for those of you that come to the call, one thing that I do ask is, if you can be honest, get on the call and go, I want to go slow or I want to go fast, So rather than me having awkward conversations with you and people go, I don't know. Most people know if they want to go quick or they want to go slow, right? I like working with people who want to go fast and do things quickly. So also happy to help people that want to go a bit slower, but it's just a bit of a different way that we do things, okay? Does that make sense? Make sense to you, Paul, the way that I've explained that?
Yeah, perfect, Paul. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. Chris, is anyone else you want to bring on as well? Because I know Rico's been here from
Steve S has shared the back 9 online. Let's have a look at that. We'll bring Steve S on. I won't get the wrong Steve this time. All right, thanks, Paul. I'll put you back on the stage.
Oh, yeah, golf products.
Steve, how are you, mate?
How you going?
Good.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Very good.
Yeah, good.
What a cool brand name, the Back 9. Oh, I
Yeah.
It's probably not the most original, but it works.
Talk to me about the business, mate. How long you been going for, and what's the deal?
It started off as a wholesale business, dealing with promotional companies and B2B.
Yeah.
And then after COVID, just before COVID, we decided to set up a retail site for individual golfers. So, as you know, if you're involved in golf at all, you'll know that since COVID, it's absolutely gone on in leaps and bounds, the golf industry.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to hear you talk about Sam at Bayside Golf because he's one of my customers.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
No way.
So I guess we have a really, really unique offer is that over time, to do custom product in the golf industry, you either had to be a professional and be sponsored by a major brand, and they would do those small runs for you. Whereas now we offer single unit items, custom bags, head covers, that type of thing for the average golfer across the globe. So half our business in the US and half our business is in Australia. And we can make things in 20 odd days and ship them direct to the client. So look, it's a pretty cool offer. And I guess to date, our progress has been driven by just the ability to make this offer without really driving it. And I guess that's where we're at now as far as, we've got about 12,000 people in our database. We've not sent them one email in 6 months.
Oh, no. Don't you like money? Don't you like money, Steve?
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. So there's some obvious things that we need to do. And I guess getting stuck in the day-to-day drive of what we have to do, and given it is a bit time consuming in doing designs for clients and investigating some AI stuff like that. But so the website we've just built with Shopify and just gradually improved it over time and, watched those YouTube videos and improved a few things. But I guess we're at a point now where we really want to scale it.
Yeah.
And want some understanding of what we need to make that happen seamlessly rather than just cause us a problem. And the beauty of the business is that we carry minimal stock. So inventory, cash flows, customers pay up front, we make their product and ship it to them. So that's sort of where we're at now.
So it's pretty much like a manufacturer on demand business, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it basically is. And in the golf industry, less than 10 years ago, if you wanted something custom, you had to buy a container of the gear.
Yep.
So
yeah, wow. So what's the deal with you and Sam? What does he buy from you?
Customer of mine. Yeah, he's bought product from me before.
Oh, he just buys product. Okay, right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you heard what we're doing for him. We've tripled or 4x his business in a couple of months. So you've seen everything else we spoke about before this?
Oh, look, I did come on late, so I apologise for that. But yeah, look, Yeah, I guess I have some understanding of what you guys are offering. I guess it's where I need the help is probably, to really tweak some of this stuff.
You have very obvious search engine optimization issues going on with your website. You don't even have a H1 on your homepage. So don't know who built your website, but I'd be having a word with them. That's oh mate, you better go and have a chat with yourself now. So easy things to fix, but
I'll call him in for a performance review.
I reckon, hey mate, send him down the back 9.
Yeah. Look,
put him in there.
When it comes to keywords and things like that, we rank 1 and 2 for anything pretty much with custom, with the word custom in it in golf.
Yeah.
So as I said, the business is succeeding in spite of what's not being done.
Yeah. I reckon, mate.
And we just want to, and that's based on this huge demand in the golf industry for this type of product.
Yeah. All right. Let me share something, right? I wouldn't normally do this on this call, but people that are watching should get a bit of a feel for how other things that we do inside the circle. So a business like yours, anytime we onboard someone like you, I go through this. So this is called the eComm scorecard. So I look at your product, I look at how you work with your prospects, I work at your profitability, I look at how you're promoting your business. So for example, this talks about where's Steve ranking in Google, what's his position in his ranking? What's his Google AdWords doing from a ROAS perspective? What does his email flows look like? What's he doing with his customers? How's his platform set up? How's Steve doing? A lot of people have mental health issues and stuff in business, right? What's our team look like? I'm not going to go through all of this, but for a business like you, first thing we do, in literally the first couple of weeks, like I rate your whole business and I give you a rating out of 10. Why we do this is because I've already spoken about things like brand messaging and conversion rate optimization and all the other things I said. But this gives us a course of all the things you need to work on over the next 12 months because we work with people for years, right? That's the goal.
Yeah.
So we go, all right, the next 90 days, Steve got a 3 in this particular area. Like we're working on that, and you got a 2 in here. We're working on that because if you get all these things to 10, and let's assume, I don't know what numbers you're doing. Let's assume you're doing $100,000 a month. You go, all right, cool. Get all these things to 10, you're going to double or triple your revenue, basically, right? And we keep coming back every 90 days and going, where are we at now with that? Because these are the next things that we want to fix. So a lot of people in the eComm space, they're like, like a rabbit that's just smashed like some cocaine or something. And they go, 1 minute I'm working on that. Next minute I'm working on this. Next minute I'm working on this. Next minute I'm coming back to that. And I've stuffed it and I've changed it. I undid the thing that I did previously. And they never go anywhere, right? So this is why we do it this way. Incremental improvements and incremental improvements are going to lead to more sales for you. Fixing your conversion rate, fixing your messaging, fixing your meta ads on an ongoing perspective, fixing your Google ads ongoing, fixing your search engine optimization ongoing, fixing how your email works and so forth, right? So again, I wouldn't normally share this, but this is literally what we would do for a brand like you. And we tie all this back to, we go, Steve's currently doing whatever, 6 figures, 7 figures a year. He wants to get to 3 times that. What does that look like? And this is just one small part of the way we would do this to help you. All right. So, but if anyone else, I don't think I have shared this publicly before, so don't steal my stuff, guys. But again, I just wanted to show how that works. So I'll turn off screen share. Does that make sense, Steve? The way I've done that?
It does. I understand that there's things that are sort of driving the business that are doing well, but there's things that are holding it back. Yeah. And because we run a wholesale business as well, we're sort of like an opportunity came in tonight to do 1,000 golf bags, right? So that's the $100,000 order. And so that's going to take a week or so to figure out and cost and freight, containers, all that sort of stuff. And so everything sort of gets put to one side. And that's the way the wholesale business has tended to work. And that's affected the retail side. So that's why I really want to get this sorted out. So from an automated point of view, that I can just come back and look at things rather than have to come back and fix everything every 3 or 4 weeks and then lose focus on something else. So, look, it's a problem, but it's one that we sort of put up with because the golf industry's been driving the growth in our business.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of people playing golf now is just crazy. So,
Hmm.
but I know that if I need more time, and this is what I'm sort of hoping you guys might be able to steer me in the right direction to settle this up properly. So I'm not coming back putting band-aids on things as things sort of problems occur.
Yeah. Chris V, is Chris Haynes in the audience?
He was watching on Facebook. I saw him
okay.
react, but
yeah, I was going to say. So example, right? Chris Haynes. I spoke about him. Go back to the start and watch what I said about Chris. But basically, when I met Chris and I met Sarah, Chris was doing everything. Don't get me wrong, he's still doing a lot of. He's doing everything now, but different, much bigger things. Why it's been such a transformation for his business is because we put like a Google Ads expert and an email expert and a Meta Ads expert and all the other people that he needed to do the things for him. And then now he literally sits. Chris, stop typing. His keyboard is so noisy. So now he has a private channel inside of what we call Slack, right? And Chris just gets updates from all those people inside of our e-commerce circle weekly going, hey, Chris, last week we spent, whatever I spent, $5,000 on ads and we got 25K back. We spent this and we got this back. And you go, cool. And I'm like, this is what we're going to do next. And Chris is like, yeah, sounds good to me. Goes back to running his business. So the whole purpose of the e-commerce circle is we're building a team around you and building you into a good e-commerce founder so that you know how to look at the metrics and the dashboards and you're like, yeah, stuff's going in the right direction. Keep doing it for me. Like it's a much different model than what agencies traditionally do. Like agents, for those of you that know what an agency is, you go to an agency and you're like, hey, can you run my Meta ads? And your Meta ads person's over here and your Google ads person's at a different company and your web developer is at another company and none of them talk to each other. So this is why that we've done it the way we have. Everyone's talking to each other. Everyone's collaborating about everything that's going on. You as the business owner are becoming a better business owner week on week because you're like, oh, I understand the things they're doing at a very high level and I trust the people because I don't need to, and I don't need to do it. So this is why I've built the system the way that I've built it, perfect, exactly for people like you. I've got a good business. I just need to put some people in to do the things that I don't have time to do and know they get done properly. And they come to me when they want to do more of the thing that's working, right?
Yeah, well, we started running. I just watched a YouTube video on Performance Max on Google Ads and started running ads 3 weeks ago, and I think we've done $5,500 in 3 weeks just through spending $10 a day.
Yeah, nice.
And that sort of was the light bulb moment. I think that, geez, what would it be if someone helped me spend $100 a day, $200 a day? Like, what would this look like? And that's where the real deficiency in, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
I can spend $10 a day, but it's sort of in the background is this, what would happen if it was $100 a day? And that's where we need help.
Yeah, and that's exactly how we help people. So for example, in the circle, we have like 3 Google Ads people. So like you can use this guy, her, or him. And they all use pretty much the same model. And Performance Max is not for everybody, right? It's hard. At a certain point, Performance Max becomes really hard to scale. So like the brand that I spoke about before, Toy Box Tales, we're doing all standard shopping campaigns. So, but again, it gets, we get very specific about what's the best thing for you, right? So it's good that you've started though. Like we want people in there that go, I had a crack, I kind of understand it, and go, okay, I'm going to make sure you understand it.
I don't profess to understand it. I just follow. You know what I mean? I think I've hit my ceiling in some of these things.
Yeah.
And the other difficulty we face is that when it comes to ads and not having any understanding is that half our business is in the US.
Yep.
And half our business is in Australia. So that's presented problems with domain names and you just start writing to all the problems that sort of creates. Do we run 2 sites? Do we not? And we just don't have the experience or the knowledge to sort of run those 2 side by side. And that's the sort of thing that we need help with. So
yeah. No, you should absolutely have 2 sites. We've got one brand in the circle that I don't do a lot of one-to-one with anymore because they're crushing it, but they have 2 sites. They're doing about 25 mil, on track to do 25 mil this year. So I don't know what numbers you're at, but Matt would imagine.
We're nowhere near that. Like we're nowhere near that, and the thing is, it's my business. It's just me, and me and my wife, and it's successful. It allows us to live the life we want to lead. But it is frustrating to think that there's stuff left on the table every week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, when you get a chance, check out the link that I've just posted in here. Click the apply button, and honestly, you are a perfect fit for this. I'll preface this by saying that the eComm Circle is all about helping family-founded businesses build good eComm businesses. You know, we want people that want to build lifestyle businesses, not businesses that they're chained to their desk for 80-hour weeks.
And there's an element of that. There's an element of that here. Is that you buy yourself a job.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the vision for us is that we sell enough of our stock product that we can move it into a third-party warehouse, and then it's happy days. Run your business from a laptop.
Yeah.
But we're not there yet, and I think we're doing as much as we can with the knowledge that we have and the skills that we have, and and we've come up a bit short.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. All right. Look, mate, honestly, you're a perfect fit for us. You've got a good brand. You've got a good product. You know what you're doing. You want to learn. You want to do it faster. I'll get you on a call with Chris and I as quickly as possible, get you in.
Okay.
And then away we go.
All
You'll
right.
come back in 6 months and you'll be the guy we'll be talking about. We'll go, this is Steve. We met a couple of months ago. Now look at him go. So,
don't worry. I'll be ringing Sam tomorrow. Don't worry about that.
Give him a call. Exactly.
Anyway,
thanks,
mate. I appreciate the feedback.
Steve S. So Steve and Steve Miles. So there's a link there for both of you. Make sure you book a call through one of those links. Either you can fill the application through eComm Circle or just book the link directly with me for a time that works for you. Either way, we'll be chatting at some point.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you, Steve. I'll put you off stage. And Paul, I'll just keep you around for just a couple minutes. So Tom couldn't fit into the group, and he's been watching patiently from Facebook and has just quickly jumped in for a question. So
okay. I was going to say, everyone, feel free to add me to Facebook as well if you've got questions. Very happy to. You can always post photos of his guitars, my kids, and e-commerce things. It's not really exciting. So,
that's true.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Tom, how are you, mate?
Hi, how you going, guys? I really like the chat with everyone. Thank you, Chris, for including me. Paul, you sound very knowledgeable. Although you don't look old enough to have 28 years of experience.
How old do you think I am, Tom?
I don't know, mid-30s to me. That's how you look.
Oh,
no.
All right, Tom.
Probably that's a compliment.
I'm 44 now. The secret is I'm inside, or I've been inside an office for 25 years building e-com businesses, not out in the back, not out in the real world. So here's the secrets of younger skin, guys. So
yeah, my question is, I'm very new to this, and from everything that I've heard, it sounds very advanced to me, and it sounds that I'm not ready for it yet. I would like to join your community on Facebook, which is Shopify Australia, if that's yours. So probably that's a community where you communicate with the customers, researching the market and see what's relevant, what's not. So staying in the business all the time. My question is, should I start with help straight away with building a website properly and all that, or I just dive in, make some website, and then a couple of months later, let's say January, February, I contact you again and I have some insights and more knowledge to be able to just communicate with you what I'm struggling with and what I need the help with, because at this stage, I don't even know what I need help with.
Okay, yeah.
Good question. Right. Very good question.
Here's what I would do then. So again, you're definitely in there. I just want to go slow lane because I want to figure it out, and I don't have a lot, you're not like some of the other people on there that go, oh, I'm doing hundreds of grand a month and da, da, da. So for someone like yourself, I would say there's three spaces to start. So you can still join in what we call the e-commerce circle, which is, here's how it looks, right? So there's Shopify Australia group, which is free, right? Everyone in there is in there for free, right? Now, what we do is we have what we call the e-commerce circle, which is a different group. Chris, mute yourself. Now, these are for all the people that I've already spoken about that want to move faster. We have a program in there where you can literally join. It's $100 a week, right? So you come to calls like this kind of call every day. So every Tuesday we do a big call that's way more advanced than what I've taught everyone here today. Like this morning, every Wednesday, we did a marketing call. So we did a call which would literally be perfect for Steve Miles, because we taught people how to do videos of like what I told Steve to do, like a B-roll. And we had like 30 other brands, people on that call, literally going, this is how you do it. So Steve could have walked away from that call going, I know what to do, how to do it, when to do it, nailed it, right? He'd never have to watch another YouTube video again. Tomorrow, there's another call on another topic. On Friday, there's a finance. And
what time do the calls take place? Because I'm working till 4 o'clock, 4:30 every day.
Oh, okay. So we also record them though, right? So if you're not there, you just watch the recording later. But some people would like jump in and they'll check, you know, they'll be driving around, you know, they'll be watching from their car and so forth, you know. So I'd probably say half the crew do that because they're all dropping their kids off, doing whatever they're doing. But you can watch later, and then you've got questions, you just post it in the channel, right? So that is a super easy way for anybody that, like, you know, and I'm super happy to drop the link right now. Actually, I was going to do it. Anyone who wants to join
there about the program, Paul?
Yeah, chuck it in.
Yeah, so the way we see the community, which is the community level of the e-commerce circle, it's really perfect for the people who are still figuring out the e-commerce for themselves. So the difference there is, yes, it's slower than if we just work, you know, directly doing a lot of stuff for you, but it just means that you're not spending, you know, a lot of people spend months and years taking in the wrong information on the internet, what's free in Google, and even in the Shopify group, just trying to piece together like what we put, but, you know, obviously we can't put everything there. Whereas you come in here and we have the foundations of e-commerce that we cover. And for someone who's, you know, still figuring everything out, you would just dive into our content and just learn the key principles that we teach, even to the people who are already doing a lot higher revenue. And you kind of just get to understand those basics. And probably within a month or two, you would know more than if you were to spend years just kind of looking up free stuff and just trial and erroring on, you know,
that's what I'm after. That's what I'm after.
Yeah, and so
that's what I'm after.
That's what I'm thinking for you, Tom. I would say, look, I still think book a call with me and we can chat a little bit about that, and I'll set you up. So there's a link. I'm not sure if you can see the previous chat, but go ahead, book a call with me, and I'll kind of take you through it and just learn a little bit more about you. But that's exactly what it's for. You come in and you learn and you start implementing. And then as you implement and learn, you come to the calls or you ask questions in the community to the coaches and the other business owners who are doing it at a high level. And then you kind of just keep building yourself up until you're at the point where you can just work directly with us and get us to build your website or coach you directly or, you know, do all these other things with you. So, yeah, I would definitely jump into that.
Let's book a call. Let's book a call, yep. And Chris, and we'll talk more about it. 90% I'm in. With that $100 a week, for me, it's okay. It sounds very reasonable to enter into a community. It's because it's all about setting the mindset. And I really like what Paul said, that every day there's some topic every day. So when you live with your work every day, I hate those get rich quick schemes where they say, 2 hours a week, you'll make millions. You know, so no, we're in the same page. One sentence, just a background about me. From my age of 17 to my age of 30, I was working for big brands and brand making in Europe. So I have a lot of knowledge in marketing and advertising as well. Then I moved to Australia when I was 30. 2 years I had formal education in marketing, advanced diploma. And then after, for some private reasons, I went to work as a boilermaker for the next 15 years, and I had my own private business.
Oh, wow.
The thing is, now I want to get back to the marketing and sales, especially online. Everything is very new to me. Everything that Paul said, for me, is gibberish. I even posted a question for you, Chris. It was, what's H2, H1?
H1, H2, yeah.
All gibberish to me. But regardless, the principles of marketing and marketing analysis and sales are the same. They don't change. It's about the mentality, the psychology of people, and maybe it's half satisfying customers' needs, and the other half is just their user experience. Today, online shopping is more entertainment. It's not that much of a satisfying need, but entertainment. It's just entertaining. Anyway, there are two directions on the internet, on the vast offers on the internet. What people suggest you do. One, the vast majority of people that are offering websites, campaigns, or any type of consultation about Shopify, they go sell what sells. So for Australia, they say you have to go pets, you have to go what was a fitness, and you have to go home decor.
No.
So that's one. And the second one, what I'm thinking, I just want opinion from both of you guys, especially from you, Paul.
Yeah.
I was in welding for 15 years, right? As a boilermaker. I'm international welding inspector. I'm very comfortable in the area, and I cannot see a good website for selling welders and welding equipment. And my dream is to build one.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. And that's a very niche market. And I'm also ready to do YouTube reviews of welders, customers, just to build it.
Throw out all the other ideas, Tom. Just throw out all the other ideas.
All the people out there that say start a fitness brand or start a homewares brand or sell bloody candles. There's a million people who sell bloody candles on the internet, and they go, oh, if you sell candles, you'll be rich like Sarah who sells candles on the internet. And they go, it does not work. Exactly what you said. You need to build an e-commerce business about things that you're passionate about, because you're going to do this for a very long time. So you may as well sell things that you really enjoy selling. Like the golf guy, he plays golf. So he started a golf simulator business. Chris and Sarah, the toy brand, they have a daughter. They really like kids. They started that. The sauce lady, Dan and Regan, she's a chef. So they sell sauces. I started Warcom and we did like 40, 50 mil because I like modems and routers, So you got to sell. Like, I think a lot of people get this wrong. The people who are absolutely crushing it inside of our e-com circle, they sell things they use, they like, they want their friends to use, they're passionate about. They like the products and they like the evolution of the product because there's always another better version of the product, right? So, there is another evolution of a bloody candle or a pair of yoga pants or chairs or blah, 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 right? You go to Kmart and buy that crap, right? So 100%, if you're like, I'm going to sell really cool.
In this field, I'm authority. I am authority. I'm
exactly.
Inspector. When I guarantee something about a product, there is someone behind it, someone with experience, I can also make a video, reviewing a product and guarantee 100%. About the performance,
Yeah, do it. Exactly. Like, there's no doubt about you got to do that. Right? So especially because no one else has that proof. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it makes it such a massive thing for you to do.
I have beautiful ideas. At least I think that they're beautiful, to link the Shopify store with YouTube account, with reviews of the products, guaranteeing the quality, live community as well about it, reviews from customers, building a community around it, not just the store.
Yeah, when you join, all right. So I like you. You're like, I'm going to join. Happy days. So when you join, you'll get access to my course on how to grow Facebook groups as well. So we sell that as an extra thing. I'll get Chris to give you that included, but you'll be able to go and build a Facebook group for like, hey, if you ever wanted to learn how to do welding or whatever, build a Facebook group and put everyone into the Facebook group, and then they become your customers. So I spoke about a lady earlier on in the piece, the amazing Kate from Pattern Emporium. Kate has so Kate's business is she designs dress clothing patterns, and it takes her a long time to do it. And then when she's ready to sell the pattern, she goes in her Facebook group and she goes, hey ladies, I've got another pattern going live if you want to buy it. So Kate has 40,000 people in her Facebook group.
40,000, right? Wow.
So she does a post and she makes tens and 20 thousands and thousands, big bucks, right? And she does that. And she also has a YouTube channel. So she's doing exactly what you're talking about doing. Yeah. I do the same strategy. I have a YouTube channel. I have the Shopify Australia group, Facebook group, right? My Facebook group has probably made me easily, probably not 8 figures yet, but it's multiple 7 figures from my Facebook group. Selling people websites and something. So for you, like, build a business that you're passionate about, start your YouTube channel to start filming stuff, build a Facebook group. listen and then join us and go, hey guys, how do I make it all sound better, look better? How do I do things quicker? Blah, 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 blah. You know, like you're 100% on the right path.
Thank you for the advice. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I look forward to seeing you in the circle quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, because I'm looking to belong somewhere into a group of people, because you can't. I'm not a solo player. I'm a team player. I've always been.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want to belong to a group of people where you can talk, you can share opinions, advices, follow the trends, and you know it's different. You know, I'm not a person that will be by myself in my room and I don't want to talk to anyone. You know, sort of thing. Solo, lone wolf. I'm not that guy.
You're at the right place, Tom. Sure.
I'm very passionate about who I let into the circle, who I let into the circle as well. So I want to say this for people that are watching. The inner circle is by application only and invitation only. Like, so if I invite you and you waste my time and don't join or whatever, I probably won't invite you again, because I want to work with people that are like really, and I'm talking about the inner circle, right? Not the, so it's important to note there's the e-commerce circle and there's like the $100 a week thing, but then the inner circle is our expensive thing, right? So we want people in there that want to build good brands, that want to be helpful for the community, that want to hang out in the community and help out and learn and just get on with life, right? And build good businesses. So again, I just want to say, like, if I invite you and you waste our time and you ghost us, you're never going to get invited again, right? Because we don't want to work with people like that, you know, because it's really important to me that the kind of people that we have in the community also really like hanging out with each other. Like we did a retreat. We did a retreat last month down in Torquay in Victoria. It cost me nearly $45,000 to book out the venue. There was about 30 of us there. We brought our kids. We talked about e-commerce and we ate food for 3 days and we all had fun. We're like a family. We did one earlier in the year at a winery. Again, cost me another $40,000 at the 30 grand or something. Talk about e-commerce. We ate really, really good fancy food and we had our kids with us, and people brought their partners right in the inner circle. This is what we're building. This is not like a join another community and you sit around getting trophies, or you sit around learning about just Facebook ads and odd drop shipping or whatever, and you go, my business is still not doing anything, right? Like this is what we're very different what I'm trying to build over here. So
I want to build long-lasting and meaningful relationships in life, and all my relationships with people are like that. So
sounds good.
They're all deep.
Good. Well, you're very welcome to join, my friend. Whenever you're ready, jump in.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
Thank you for advices.
No worries. Do you want to wrap soon, Chris? I'm getting. I mean, it's real good. I could sit here till midnight, but I'm getting tired as well. I've already been up since 7 o'clock, helping e-com brands do e-commerce things.
Just realized I was muted, mate. We've only been going on about 2 hours, so I think that's probably a good session. So everyone here, thank you so much. I think we've had the majority of people actually book. So thanks for those who did. Everyone else who didn't, look, you do have access to us on Facebook, or I've dropped my email there as well. Or you just head on to ecommercecircle.com.au and check out what we do there. And you can always make a booking or fill out a registration form with us, and we can chat from there. Otherwise, I mean, thanks so much. This is a really good turnout. So, Paul, I don't know about you, but I reckon we do just continue this at this time slot moving forward.
I reckon so. I'm looking at you too, Steve Miles. Like, jump into the circle, mate. You're very welcome to join too. Everyone who's jumping here, jump in. Yeah. Have a chat with Chris, get in. But happy to do this again next week. Sounds good. We might do it. I don't know. It'd be good if I can draw it on the screen. That'd be more fun.
We'll figure it out. About we had to last minute get everyone onto this stream and make sure everyone do all that stuff. Whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, too. Like I hope people like the way that we run this thing. Like it's not meant to be a super polished thing. We're building brands. We're helping people build businesses. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be a bit chaotic. So. All right, guys. On that note, I'm going to go hang out with my kids. Probably asleep anyway, but so good. So there we go. Yeah, true. Chaos, is good. Thanks, everyone, so much. I'll see you next Wednesday, or I'll see you in the circle. Take care. Bye.
All right. See you guys.
You can pause it.